Hey everybody, welcome to the Thanksgiving drum mission tutorial. Now the only thing that's going to make this Thanksgiving tutorial is at the end I'll do a little Thanksgiving message that I kind of have semi-planned out for you. A short one. That might help you. I suffer from depression. I'm going to share a little bit about that. Okay, alright, I have my McDonaldland coffee here. I don't recommend you eat at McDonald's. I think McDonald's is terrible food. However, they do have good coffee, and I have one right around the corner from my house, about a quarter mile away. And in the mornings, I like walking there and getting a coffee. However, I bought this coffee on Friday. It was $1.79. Today is Tuesday. It's $2. I hope that's not a foreshadowing of things to come. It's only a few days later. Okay, let me have a sip. All right, folks. Today we are talking about Murder by Numbers by the Police. Stewart Copeland played this groove. It's a bit of a polyrhythm, and for me, yeah, some of the YouTube guys, you can learn this kind of thing very dry. You know, left hand goes here, right hand goes here. I think learning this kind of thing to songs by guys who do it well is a lot more fun and more beneficial to you at the same time. Okay? Now remember, I'm left-handed. I'm leading with my left. If you're right-handed, you're welcome to lead with your right. Okay? Whatever feels good to you. This song is in 12/8. On the hi-hat, we're going to play 12 notes in a bar. So one way to count it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nobody's going to count it that way. We like to group these in 3 so we can count it as if it was 4. In other words, we're going to go like it was triplets. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. One of the cool things about this groove is even though it's a polyrhythm, it's not that hard. And you'll be able to get it down and will open up a whole world of other grooves to you that you can play, and you're going to feel great about yourself for Thanksgiving. Really, I think if you do this for like an hour, you're going to have it. Okay, so this is how you count it again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and. Alrighty, now the tricky part gets here with the cross stick. Now a lot of guys play their cross stick wrong. If you're too far back, it's kind of thin. If you're too far up, sounds like you're hitting an axe against a tree or something, right? That's where you want to put it. It is corresponding to a wood block. All right, that's about where I use the butt end of the stick. Obviously, he said butt. Okay, I'll probably put a Beavis and Butthead thing in here. I used to like those guys. I don't watch them anymore, but I used to like those guys. Okay. I did like King of the Hill too. It was the same guy. He did both of those. Alright. Matt Groening. Okay. So what does he do with the cross stick? That's what makes this a little interesting. We're leaving out our feet yet. We're not adding our feet yet. Okay? He starts the cross stick on the second of his hi-hat notes and plays every other one all the way through the bar. Watch what I'm talking about, nice and slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So there, I hit 1, I start this going, and then I hit this on every other one. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, in order to make it a little harder, Stewey doesn't do the hi-hat dry like that. He adds accents on the downbeats. So he plays the hi-hat this way. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So, putting your two hands together, doing this every other note, and this in groups of 3 is going to take you a minute. Go slow, but it won't take you as long as you think. Let me do it for you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and So that is a little tricky. That is because you got groups of 3 here and groups of 2 here. Okay. The last thing that Stewey likes to add, and again, when Stewey plays, he never does anything religiously. In other words, it's not the same over and over and over and over and over. He likes to add an open hi-hat on the duh of 4, closing it on 1, telling the band where 1 is, because this type of groove can be a little topsy-turvy and fool people to where to where 1 might be. It can fool people. So watch what I'm going to do. Again, I haven't got to my bass drum yet. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up and 2 and 3 and 4 and up. Okay, now I'm leaving out the cross stick on that open hi-hat. Sometimes Stewey leaves it out, sometimes he leaves it in. I kind of prefer leaving it out. It really is a signal to the band of where 1 is, just in case they get lost. Okay, let me do that one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and... All right? Once you get that down and work on your hands separately until you're comfortable, then we're going to add our bass drum. The bass drum is relatively easy, but again, could be tricky. It either plays 2 and 4, or it plays the duh of 1, then 2, the duh of 3, then 4. Okay, let's start out with it on 2 and 4. And I'll leave that hi-hat opening part out. Let me count it with you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Now let's add the duh of 2. I'm sorry, the duh of 1 and the duh of 3. Again, he doesn't do it all the time either way. He just does it when he feels. Sometimes he's doing this. So, step by step. First, get your hands working together. Then add your feet on 2 and 4. Then add the double hit for 2 and 4, and do it till you feel comfortable, and then begin to increase the tempo, and then feel free to veer away from Stewey and do it what feels good to you. And by the way, in the choruses he doesn't do that. The choruses he is very straight. He just does the chorus this way. Very simple. Okay, I'm not going to go over that with you. I'm just worried about those verses. That's the tricky part. That's the tricky part. All right, work on that. Let that be your little Thanksgiving thing that you're going to get that down. And then it's much faster than I played it now. Let me reset the cameras. I'm going to get the headphones and play with the tune. I'm not gonna let you hear the tune because I don't want the copyright issues today. Just in case people like it and they actually watch the video, I want to get paid. Okay, so not that I get paid anything yet on the channel, but I'm hoping. And if you're feeling good, support my channel. Send me a little donation. Say, Glenn, keep doing what you're doing. All right. Or say, hey, you owe me money for what I just watched. Okay, here we go. Let me reset the cameras and let me play this along, and then we'll fade that out, and I'll go right to my Thanksgiving message. All right, guys, cameras are set. We're back. Stay tuned. I'm going to give you my little Thanksgiving message. Just a few minutes. I want to talk a little bit about depression. I suffer from it. This is that time of year where we really get hit. I want to share how I cope with it. Not that it's going to necessarily be the way you cope with it, but you never know. Maybe it'll help a few out. You can always DM me. All right. One more sip of coffee. And Murder by Numbers. Here we go. Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving. And you're probably thinking, well, happy Thanksgiving, why are you going to talk about depression? I'm doing that because this time of year, and especially with family and things going on in family, this time of year, it can compound depression. And those of us who suffer with depression are kind of caught. I mean, we can't not go through that time of year. Sometimes we can't avoid family, and sometimes family makes it worse, sometimes it makes it better. Let me talk about it for a minute, so you know where I'm coming from. Since I was a kid, I would sometimes get up in the morning and just think, one more day. I don't think I can get through one more day. And I meant with life. And that was from the age of, from what I remember, 12, 13. And sometimes, even with going to school, I mean, I would stay under those covers to the last possible minute. And even today, it took me almost an hour to get out of bed. And I just felt if I could just disappear in the bed, if I could just disappear, it would be okay. And I had plans I made last night. I was going to get up early. I was going to go to the gym. You know, I was feeling good last night. And I never made it to the gym. Because I get that feeling of being crippled by the depression. And then I was almost going to put off doing the video. But this is the coping mechanism I learned. I used to do medication, and that did help a little bit, but not much. It had side effects I didn't like. So I learned meditation, actually recently, a certain type of meditation, which has really helped. It has helped. And I've never really talked about this part of me. And through my life, I've hit it well. I make a lot of jokes, I have a lot of fun. And if I go back 2012, 2013, my career was doing much better, and I had a really good relationship with my daughter. And now, you know, the career isn't what it was playing-wise. It's very different now. And the relationship with my daughter, and a lot of it's my fault because I'm an opinionated mother effer. But I was always able to hide it. And even the video I just did, I'm sort of pretending to be like Johnny Carson teaching the video, or teaching the drum instruction rather, or I pretend to be Regis Philbin kind of doing it, you know, and that helps me to get through. But my coping mechanism that I learned, and maybe this will help you, is I just try to get one thing done. Let me just do one thing today. One thing. And today, let me just try to get the video done. And that is a whole bunch of things I have to do to get the video done. Let me just get the one thing done. And then during the course of that time, I think, all right, that didn't come out too bad. And you know, the channel's got 1,300 subscribers now, and some of the videos have lots of views. And I go, okay, well, my career isn't what it once was. Maybe it's not awful. Maybe it's a good thing. And then at the end of the day, sometimes I'll think, and it's not like I'm going, woohoo, I'm thinking, got through today. Got through today. And sometimes that'll lead me to, got through today. But if you're like me and you struggle with this, my name is Glenn Giordano. Get me on Facebook. DM me. We'll talk. Sometimes you just need to talk. I used to have a house when my career was good, and I would have people come over for Thanksgiving. Now I have a little one-bedroom condo apartment, and my family is mostly in New York. I'll be going home at Christmas time, but I can't go see my daughter, and Thanksgiving will be alone here in my home, and it will feel sad. And that's why I wanted to do this for you. because know that you're not alone. There are others who feel sad too on a day like that. And it may take me 90 minutes on Thanksgiving Day. It may take me 2 hours to get out of bed. But I'm going to find my way out of bed. And I'll buy a little food to cook for myself. But if you need help on Thanksgiving's Day, DM me. We'll talk. Or call one of the hotlines. I'll post them in my description. Anyway, if you're not one of those people, have a good Thanksgiving. And I'll see you on the next one. Got a lot of good stuff planned for you. Maybe later this year, but for sure next year. Thanks for watching, guys.